PHP, often referred to as a server-side scripting language, is a key tool in the world of web development and design. It is primarily utilized for the handling of dynamic web page content, databases, and the construction of feature-rich websites. A dynamic web page is one that changes or customizes itself frequently and automatically based on certain criteria. This could include user interactions, contextual changes, or timed events. PHP, with its flexibility and extensive library, allows developers to implement these features with relative ease. One of the salient attributes of PHP is its ability to manage databases. In the information age, databases are the backbone of many online platforms. They store, organize, and manage data for easy access and manipulation. PHP can be used to interact with these databases, retrieve data, and manipulate it to serve the user's needs. At the heart of many modern websites are features like session tracking and e-commerce capabilities. Session tracking is essential for personalized user experiences. It allows the website to remember users' activity, preferences, and interactions, enabling personalized content delivery. In terms of e-commerce, PHP aids in building robust online stores, handling everything from product databases to payment processing. The journey of PHP began on an ordinary day in 1995, when Rasmus Lerdorf launched the first version of what was then called the hypertext preprocessor. This name, later abbreviated to PHP, marked the beginning of a revolution in web development. Today, PHP is one of the most widely used languages for server-side scripting, with a vibrant community of developers worldwide. PHP's popularity can also be attributed to its seamless integration capabilities with several popular databases. This interoperability makes it the go-to choice for many developers. From MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, to Oracle, PHP works smoothly with these databases. This integration allows businesses to leverage the power of these databases, enabling them to store and manipulate large volumes of data with ease. In essence, PHP is not just a scripting language, it's a tool that empowers developers to build dynamic, robust, and user-friendly websites. By managing dynamic web pages, databases, and offering features like session tracking and e-commerce, PHP has proved to be a game-changer in the field of web development. It is also integrated with several popular databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, etc. This integration makes PHP even more valuable in today's digital landscape. PHP, a powerful scripting language, has the ability to execute numerous system functions that go beyond the general scope of coding. These include, but are not limited to, opening files, performing CRUD operations on data stores, and executing general-purpose scripting. These capabilities make PHP an invaluable tool for developers, giving them the freedom to perform a range of tasks with an ease that other languages can't match. One of the most notable system functions that PHP can perform is opening files. This process, which may sound simple, actually involves a series of intricate steps that are efficiently handled by PHP. The ability to open, read, and close files make data management a breeze, allowing developers to create, update, and maintain data with relative ease. Another remarkable function that PHP can execute is CRUD operations on data stores. CRUD, an acronym for Create, Read, Update, and Delete, represents the 4 basic operations that can be performed on any data store. This functionality is crucial in handling databases, and PHP has mastered this to such an extent that it has become a go-to language for many database management tasks. In addition, PHP also excels in general-purpose scripting. This refers to scripts that are not written for a specific program or task, but are flexible enough to be used in a variety of different contexts. The versatility of PHP in general-purpose scripting makes it a highly sought-after programming language in the realm of IT and web development. Beyond system operations, PHP also has a plethora of other uses that make it a highly versatile language. It can handle forms with ease, making data entry and management a straightforward process. Furthermore, PHP's capacity to perform database operations gives it a significant edge over other languages. Its adeptness at handling SQL queries, creating relational databases, and managing data efficiently is commendable. PHP's encryption capabilities also deserve special mention. It can securely encrypt data, ensuring the privacy and security of sensitive information. This, coupled with its facile handling of SSL and HTTPS protocols, make PHP a preferred choice for developing secure websites and applications. Finally, PHP's ability to generate dynamic page content sets it apart. Rather than having static HTML pages, PHP allows for the creation of dynamic pages that can change in real time based on user input or other factors. This adds a layer of interactivity and personalization that can significantly enhance the user experience. A PHP script can be written anywhere inside the HTML document. What makes PHP unique is its versatility. Unlike other scripting languages, it doesn't have to be confined to a specific section or area of your HTML document. It can be nestled in between your HTML tags, or it can be placed in the header or footer of your document. The flexibility of PHP is one of its greatest strengths, making it ideal for web developers who require a lot of freedom in their coding. PHP is a server-side scripting language, which means it runs on the server side, or the back end, before it ever reaches the client side, or the front end. It's powerful, offering developers a robust platform to build complex, interactive web applications. PHP can easily interact with a variety of databases, including MySQL, Oracle, and others. It's also an open-source platform, meaning it's free to use and constantly updated by a community of developers. What separates PHP from other languages is its unique opening and closing tags. A PHP script starts with a tag. This isn't simply a formality, it's a vital part of the process. This tag signals to the server that it has reached the end of the PHP code. The PHP script can then be processed and the resulting HTML sent to the client. We can write our logic inside this tag, and it will be executed accordingly. Every line of code, every function, every command, and every loop that you write within these PHP tags is abiding by a set of rules that are determined by the PHP syntax. This syntax, or set of rules, is what allows your PHP code to be processed and executed properly by the server. It's a fascinating, complex process that turns your PHP script into a functioning, interactive web page or application. In the world of PHP, output is displayed on the browser using a command known as echo. Now let's break this down for better understanding. PHP is a widely used open-source scripting language that is especially suited for web development and can be embedded into HTML. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, and it is a server-side scripting language, which means the scripts are executed on the server, and the client only gets the result. The echo command is a straightforward yet powerful part of PHP. It's used for outputting string data to the browser. It acts like a kind of communicator between your coding and the user experience. It's a significant of the PHP language, and understanding it is crucial for mastering PHP. But how is it used? Well, let's consider a basic example. When we're starting out with PHP, one of the first things we might want to do is to create a simple Hello World program. This program is like a rite of passage for anyone learning a new programming language. It's a straightforward script that outputs the phrase Hello World on the screen. A basic PHP Hello World program looks something like this. In this code, the all are the opening and closing tags for the PHP block respectively. The echo is our function, and Hello World is the string that we want to display. This might seem a bit basic, but it is the foundation on which more complex scripts are built. Once we understand this, we can start to build more complicated scripts that interact with users, databases, and more. Now, the echo command is not the only way to display output in PHP. There are alternatives like the print command. However, echo is more popular because it has a slight performance advantage. It can output multiple parameters without requiring concatenation, and it is just a bit faster than print. In conclusion, we use echo in PHP to output or display data on the browser. It is a fundamental part of PHP and a stepping stone to creating more complex scripts, applications, and websites. So we will use a built-in PHP function echo to output the text Hello World on our web page. In the world of PHP, Syntax is the set of rules that defines how a PHP program can be written and interpreted. It's the grammar of the language, and understanding it is crucial for writing effective PHP scripts. Let's start with the basic syntax of PHP. As we've seen earlier, PHP scripts start with every PHP statement ends with a semicolon. PHP is a case-sensitive language, meaning that variables named $var and $var are treated as two different variables. Now, let's move on to PHP variables, constants, and data types. A variable starts with a $sign, followed by the name of the variable. A constant is an identifier or name for a simple value. The value cannot be changed during the script. PHP supports 8 primitive data types, including 4 scalar types, 2 compound types, and 2 special types. Next, we'll look at PHP operators, control structures, and loops. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. Control structures like if, else, switch, while, and for help us control the flow of the code. Loops like while, do while, for, and for each allow us to execute a block of code a number of times. In conclusion, understanding the syntax is like learning the rules of a new game. It's the first step to becoming a proficient PHP programmer. In the next scene, we will dive deeper into more advanced PHP concepts. Stay tuned. Voiceover. In our journey of understanding PHP so far, we have delved into its syntax, variables, constants, and data types. Now let's explore how PHP integrates with HTML and CSS to create dynamic, interactive, and visually appealing web pages. PHP can be seamlessly embedded within HTML. This is one of the reasons why PHP is so popular for server-side web development. You can include PHP scripts in an HTML file by enclosing them in PHP opening and closing tags. This flexibility allows you to use PHP for server-side scripting while still maintaining the structure and presentation of your web page with HTML. Now, let's talk about CSS. CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets, is used to style HTML elements. But did you know that you can use CSS to style the content generated by your PHP scripts too? That's right. Once your PHP script generates HTML content, you can use CSS to style it, just as you would with any other HTML elements. Let's consider an example. Suppose you have a PHP script that generates a dynamic list of items. You can use CSS to style this list, change the color of the items, their font size, background color, and so on. This adds a visual appeal to your dynamic content, enhancing the user experience. In essence, PHP, HTML, and CSS work together to create dynamic, interactive, and stylish web pages. The PHP scripts handle the server-side processing, HTML structures the page, and CSS adds the finishing style touches. In the next scene, we'll dive deeper into some more advanced PHP concepts. So, stay tuned. Voiceover. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from the basics of PHP to its integration with HTML and CSS. We've explored PHP's syntax, functions, and how to write PHP scripts. We've seen how PHP outputs data, and we've delved into the nitty-gritty of PHP, HTML, and CSS integration. Remember, the key to mastering any programming language, PHP included, is practice. The more you code, the more fluent you'll become. Don't be afraid to experiment with different functions and features. Try to create your own dynamic web pages using PHP, HTML, and CSS. As you continue to learn and grow as a developer, you'll discover how these 3 languages can work together to create truly interactive and visually appealing web projects. And remember, if you ever get stuck or need help, the PHP community is there to support you. That's all for now. Keep practicing and exploring PHP. Happy coding! And don't forget to tune in for our next video where we will explore more advanced PHP concepts. Until then, stay curious and keep learning.